Unprecedented scenes outside Parliament. BJP and Congress MPs holding placards came face to face at the Makar Dwar, the entry into Parliament on Thursday. The Congress lawmakers were protesting against Home Minister Amit Shah's comments, which they claimed insulted Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar. While the BJP MPs were protesting alleged insult of Ambedkar by Congress. Two BJP MPs, Pratap Sarangi and Mukesh Rajput, were injured in the melee. Sarangi was injured on the forehead. He was taken to the hospital where he got up to 5 stitches.
राहुल गांधी एक एमपी को धक्का लगा, मेरे ऊपर गिर पड़ा और मैं नीचे गिर गया।
किसने धक्का मारा? राहुल गांधी ने?
हाँ, राहुल गांधी ने।
राहुल गांधी ने धक्का मारा?
राहुल गांधी।
कौन सी जगह पे सर? सर किस जगह पे? सर किस जगह पे? किस जगह पे?
सीढ़ी के ऊपर में मैं खड़ा हुआ था और राहुल गांधी ने आकर के एक एमपी को धक्का लगाया, वो मेरे ऊपर गिर पड़ा और मैं।
High drama followed as Rahul Gandhi walked up to an injured Sarangi, where BJP MP Nishikant Dubey confronted him.
आपको शर्म नहीं आती है क्या राहुल? क्या शर्म नहीं आती है? क्या शर्म नहीं आती है? गुंडा करते हो, बूढ़े को गिरा दिया जाता है। इतना
Rahul Gandhi denied the charge. The Congress shared videos on social media claiming it was Mallikarjun Kharge who was pushed. The party president also wrote a letter to Rajya Sabha chairperson Jagdeep Dhankar making the same charge.
पार्लियामेंट हाउस के सीढ़ियों पे बीजेपी के एमपी लकड़ियां लिए हमारे सामने खड़े होते हैं, हमें अंदर नहीं जाने देते हैं और उसके बाद अब ये थोड़ा सा अपना फिर से डिस्ट्रैक्शन करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। रियलिटी ये है, इन्होंने अंबेडकर जी का अपमान किया है, उसकी अपॉलॉजी होनी चाहिए और रिजाइन करना चाहिए होम मिनिस्टर को। और जो मेन मुद्दा है जिसको ये मिटाना चाह रहे हैं, घुमाना चाह रहे हैं, मेन मुद्दा है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी के मित्र अदानी जी के खिलाफ यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में केस है।
एकदम शांतिपूर्वक प्रोटेस्ट हुए, कितने दिनों से चल रहे हैं, रोज 10:30 से 11। आज पहली बार इन्होंने प्रोटेस्ट किया, सबको रोक दिया और उसके बाद धक्का मुक्की और ये गुंडागर्दी। और अब सिर्फ अमित शाह जी की खाल बचाने के लिए ये अब इन्होंने साजिश शुरू की है कि भैया ने किसी को धक्का मारा। ये वो मेरी आंखों के सामने आप सब ने देखा होगा, खड़गे जी को धक्का मार के जमीन पे गिराया।
In the Rajya Sabha, BJP MP from Nagaland, Fangnong Konyak, complained to Dhankar that Rahul Gandhi shouted at her.
It was a peaceful protest. I was standing outside. There were a lot of people. Then Shri Rahul Gandhi ji just came in front of me, very close proximity. I felt uncomfortable. And then he started shouting at me, which I did not like.
The BJP filed a police complaint against Rahul Gandhi. The Congress too filed a complaint against BJP.
We have filed a complaint against Mr. Rahul Gandhi for physical assault and incitement.
जब ये मालूम था कि हम लोग इसमें जाने वाले हैं, मेंबर्स ऑफ पार्लियामेंट आए हैं, तो द्वार पर आपने रोकने का उनको इजाजत किसने दी?
Meanwhile, Mallikarjun Kharge and TMC MP Derek O'Brien have moved privilege motions against Amit Shah over his remarks made while speaking on Congress ignoring Ambedkar that triggered the entire showdown. With Piyush Mishra, Bureau Report, India Today.
Viewers, in what is clearly an all-out face-off between the BJP and the Congress, the collateral in all of this is the sanctity of the Indian Parliament. What is today is shameful. What happened today was unprecedented. And what it's done is embarrass the entire country, because scenes such as this, a free-for-all, shoving, pushing, abusing, have never quite been witnessed in Parliament. And all of that happened when we were celebrating 75 years of the Indian Constitution, the legacy of Baba Saheb Ambedkar. Who embarrassed the country? Let's cut across right now to our panelists this evening. Joining me, Dr. Shamma Mohammed. She's the national spokesperson of the Congress. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson, BJP. Joining me as well is Neerja Chowdhury, senior journalist and columnist. Before we get into who did what, I would request both the ladies, Shamma Mohammed as well as Sanju Verma, to maybe look at the macro picture in it all and how shameful this day was. And I'd want to begin with asking one question to the both of you. And let's begin with you, Sanju Verma. Before we get on to did Rahul Gandhi push, shove, assault, and before we get on to how Mr. Kharge was pushed, shoved and assaulted, are we clear on one thing? Because there are high definition cameras which point towards the Makar Dwar where this incident took place. The purview of that comes under the Speaker of Lok Sabha. Are we all in unison, and shouldn't we all demand that the CCTV images be made public so we know exactly what happened?
You know, Preeti, let me be very clear. The CCTV footage will certainly be out in the public domain. I strongly condemn in no uncertain terms and very categorically that today Rahul Gandhi, his behavior was not becoming of a bona fide member of parliament. His behavior was not becoming of leader of the opposition. Rahul Gandhi basically at his very core is a sociopath who lies repeatedly, lies without rhyme or reason, and lies without any regret or remorse. Rahul Gandhi behaved like a street hooligan and a vandal. I mean, Mukesh Rajput and Pratap Sarangi will be hospitalized for 2 more days. As per hospital authorities, they've received grievous head injuries. And forget what Preeti Chaudhary or Sanju Verma or even Shamma Mohammed has to say. Rahul Gandhi is out there in the public domain. He has admitted to ANI in as many words, मुझे धकेलने की कोशिश की तो धक्का मुक्की हुई और फिर हमने भी धक्का मारा, हमने भी पुश किया, हमने भी मारा और हमसे तो ये सब होते रहता है, which means Rahul Gandhi has tried trivializing this entire pushing, shoving, beating, saying कि ये तो चलता रहता है, हुआ तो हुआ. Rahul Gandhi was basically being Sam Pitroda 2.0 से मार दिया तो कौन सी बड़ी बात है, धक्का मार दिया, धकेल दिया तो कौन सी बड़ी बात है. And don't forget, this is the same party which is crying out wolf about Baba Saheb Ambedkar being insulted. And what has Rahul Gandhi done? He came so close to threatening Sangdon Konyak, who's not only a woman, but a tribal MP, and she has written to the chair of the house that she did not like Rahul Gandhi physically trying to intimidate and threaten her. Like I said, Rahul Gandhi सड़क के गुंडे की तरह आज उनका व्यवहार था. सड़क का गुंडा, उसमें भी कुछ मर्यादा होती है. राहुल गांधी में सड़क के गुंडे की मर्यादा.
Okay, Sanju Verma, allow me to get the Congress counterpart. Just one correction. The particular reaction that you're quoting, which is on ANI and Rahul Gandhi, he didn't say कि हमसे ये होता रहता है. He didn't say that. So let's just stick to what he said. All right. I want to go to now Shamma Mohammed. Ma'am, allow me to ask you a question. Number one, the question, Dr. Mohammed, that I'm asking you is, before we get into did Rahul Gandhi shove and who shoved Mr. Kharge, are you now unequivocally demanding that the CCTV images from the Makar Dwar be made public? We won't need to do all of this then.
Yes, so we are unequivocally demanding it because we know exactly what happened. We have been protesting for the last 4-5 days, exactly at 10:30. At the same position, Makar Dwar, walking towards the parliament till 11 and then getting into the parliament. Today, when our parliamentarians tried to get into the parliament, the hooligans of the Bharatiya Janata Party stopped them from getting into the parliament. And that's why we want the CCTV footage. And that is against any parliamentarian norms. And let's understand where it comes from. Because a hooligan in parliament insulted Amit Shah, the Home Minister, in the Tadepar. I'm not the one who called him Tadepar. He's a known Tadepar, fake encounter specialist.
Ma'am, let's go one by one. You used words against your leader. She is now using words against yours. No point talking over each other. I'll come back to you.
No.
Ma'am, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you.
1 second.
Ma'am, make your point. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Ms. Verma. Make your point. Shamma Mohammed, make your point.
She called Rahul Gandhi so many names. You didn't interrupt her. You have no right to interrupt me
Ma'am,
now.
I am not interrupting you. I am telling Sanju Verma to allow you to have your say.
So the
Make your point.
Hooligan Home Minister of India kept saying insulting Ambedkar. We who respect Ambedkar could not take it, so we protested. And we want him to resign, the Tadepar, to resign at the earliest. He should resign because he cannot continue. So what happened? We peacefully protested, and they are telling Rahul Gandhi, wait, let me finish. Otherwise, I leave the debate. Rahul Gandhi, they said that Rahul Gandhi was close to a woman. I saw the video. Rahul Gandhi did not abuse anybody. He went to check when somebody, Sarangi, when he fell down, he went to check on him. And who was calling him Gunda was Nishikant Dubey, was addressing Rahul Gandhi as Gunda. That is all on live video. So everything was started. Who instigated this? The Bharatiya. Last point. Sarangi, what is Sarangi's history? He was there when he's from Bajrang Dal, one of the main accused in burning of Brian Staines and his children. This is Sarangi. And the other lady who abuses Rahul Gandhi has not said a word about money.
I'd like to bring in Neerja Chowdhury, and before I do that, I'd really, it's a small request. I'm the moderator of this debate. I really don't appreciate anyone threatening me that they're going to walk out and leave this debate. If you want to do so, please feel free to do so. My job is to give both of you equal time. My job, and that's the reason why now I actually sit with a stopwatch. My job is to give you equal time, and I will cut either of you at that point of time. If you're going to make any insinuations that you want to walk out, feel free to walk out. But I just want to now cut across to Neerja Chowdhury, who's been covering Parliament for many seasons. And Ms. Chowdhury, the question that I'd like to ask you is, how embarrassed are you today? We've constantly discussed that we need to temper down what's going on in Parliament. But what we've seen today is unprecedented. As a country, we should hang our heads in shame. All of this was to mark 75 glorious years of the Constitution. We've done nothing but embarrass ourselves on an international stage. People are going to be watching and laughing at us.
Preeti, I don't know how to respond at all today because it's been a day that's been rather horrible to watch what we have seen on the screens. And you're right, I've covered Parliament for over 40 years. I have never seen scenes like this. In fact, very bitter, acrimonious debates, whole sessions washed out, but scuffles becoming the language of India's Parliament instead of debate and discussion. And we don't even know who to turn to diffuse the situation like this. And you're right, 75 years of the Constitution, we should have felt uplifted at the end of that debate. But we are feeling depressed and demoralized, and where are things going to go? Where is parliamentary democracy going to go? And there is so much bitterness and viciousness between the two sides. Even the language being used today, about each other. It's so careful in Parliament. ये भाषा नहीं use करनी है. Parliamentary language must be resorted to, and people over the years, the leaders here over the years have stuck to that kind of thing. So I really don't know what to say except to, where do we look for a solution? We don't know where to look for a solution.
I'm going to come back to you because, there has to be a way out in the midst of all of this, and who should really initiate that. But Sanju Verma, you wanted to come in for a rebuttal. The sad part today is any questions that I asked either sides, there's no point because you're going to say exactly what you want to say. So your time begins now, ma'am, go.
No, Preeti, I will say what I need to say, but I am not going to threaten you or intimidate you that I will walk out of your show. And I repeat, Shama Mohammed called the sitting Home Minister of India, Amit Shah, a hooligan and Tadipar. Shama Mohammed is nothing but a rabid abuser.
Can I just get Sanju Verma and then I will get Shama Mohammed?
Can I please? Yes, thank you. Shama Mohammed is nothing but a rabid abuser. Shama Mohammed has been booked for hate speech on the eve of Lok Sabha elections. This rabid abuser, Shama Mohammed, went to the extent of saying if Narendra Modi gets a third term, churches and mosques will be burnt down. So Shama Mohammed, khabardar. Now if I call you Madarsa bread, you will start weeping. And you will
I would once again appeal to everyone not to personalize this debate and steer clear of any personal commentary. That applies to both Dr. Mohammed and Ms. Verma. Go ahead, make your point.
Thank you. Yes. So I will not abuse Shama Mohammed. I will not call her a Madarsa bread bigot, even if she behaves like one. But I will come to the moot point, Preeti. Let's be very clear. This whole thing started with B.R. Ambedkar apparently being insulted by Amit Shah, whereas we all know, if you have an iota of common sense, Amit Shah's statements were quoted out of context, point number one. Point number two, let your audience know that after B.R. Ambedkar died in 1956, Nehru did not even attend his funeral and called him a controversial public figure. Point number three, today there are 115 acres that are devoted to memorials of Nehru, Indira and Rajiv Gandhi. 115 acres works out to 5,66,000 square yards worth 50,000 crores. बाबा साहेब अंबेडकर को ट्रिब्यूट देने के लिए 2 बिघा जमीन नहीं खरीदी कांग्रेस ने. Thanks to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, a splendid memorial dedicated to Baba Saheb is coming up at Hindu Mills compound in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Thanks to Narendra Modi, we are celebrating 26 November every year as Constitution Day. And thanks to Narendra Modi, 14th April was declared a national holiday. When we decided to celebrate 125th,
to Shama Mohammed now.
Make a last point.
Make your point.
When we decided to celebrate 14th April as, you know, Baba Saheb Ambedkar's birth anniversary and on his 125th birth anniversary in 2016, Narendra Modi dedicated the Bhim app. The Bhim app. And Rahul Gandhi said, क्या जरूरत है 125वीं birth anniversary Baba Saheb की मनाने की?
I'm going to stop you now. All right, I want to cut across to Shama Mohammed. Shama Mohammed, you have 2 minutes 30 seconds. That's what Sanju Verma spoke for. I have discounted the 10 seconds which I interjected. Go ahead, ma'am, make your point.
I'm not going to abuse anybody. I want to clearly say today that Sanju Verma cannot call me a madrasa bred bigot because there's a case against her and the High Court has come heavily down on her and said it is clear defamation. In February next year, she will have to either apologize to me or pay me because that is what she'll have to come and apologize. There's a court case. So she has no guts to call me anything. And she knows that and I can put it out I can put that, you know, the verdict out here. So Sanju Verma should shut her mouth when it comes to Shama Mohammed.
Once again, let's stay clear of any personal attacks. Go ahead, ma'am.
This is not personal attack. I'm replying to what she said.
Okay, make your point.
And you did not interrupt her when she was
Ma'am,
going
I did.
Now, number two, when Rahul Gandhi went towards that Sarangi person, he was saying that BJP MPs have pushed Kharge ji down. You have to understand who Kharge ji is. He's the president of the party, an 81-year-old senior leader. They pushed him to the floor. There is nothing about it. See, it's a very simple thing. When we are protesting, just look at that. We want those CCTV images. When you're protesting, why did the Bharatiya Janata Party people, members of parliament, block the entrance to the parliament with sticks? So who's at fault? We did not attack. They were attacking because they know what the Home Minister of this country said in parliament is wrong. She kept on saying there is this day we have announced this day for the constitution, we have done this statue, but they're not following the constitution of India. Why did it take them 52 years to hoist the flag? Why was the RSS not there in the freedom struggle? Why are you putting up UAP and arresting people? Why are they bulldozers? The constitution of India says there is a certain laws. If somebody has done wrong, we need to arrest the person. There'll be an investigation and trial. Let me finish. Here, your government does bulldozers. They just go and bulldoze houses. Lynch mob kills people if there is transporting of cow. Where is the constitution there? Democratically elected governments are removed. Subversion of democracy in multiple states. So where is the constitution? By building a statue does not mean that you believe in Ambedkar. You need to follow what Ambedkar has written in the constitution. We believe in that. We respect the constitution and that is why we don't subvert.
Okay.
You have been subverting continuously. And let me...
Shama Mohammed, hard cut. 2:30 there. I want to go to Neerja Chowdhury, senior journalist who's also with us. And Ms. Chowdhury, which you said, where to go from here? The fact is somebody will now need to step up. Two things I want to ask you. Number one, you know, we can go into these screaming, you know, slanging matches in studios and outside for the next couple of days because that is what it's poised to be looking like in terms of the protest where Baba Saheb Ambedkar is concerned and the fallout of what we saw in Parliament. In this particular incident, number one, Ms. Chowdhury, do you think now is the prerogative of the Speaker to immediately make public the video clip of the CCTV on what really happened so we can avoid what we are witnessing right now in this particular debate? And number two, Neerja Chowdhury, who stands up and cools the tempers? Maybe apply a healing balm, maybe, get some kind of communication going between the opposition and the government.
I think the answer to your first question, yes. I think the public in the country, after seeing all this spectacle, have a right to see what is on the CCTV cameras, and for the speaker to have a proper, impartial inquiry of what went on, what went wrong, why the scuffles took place. And what comes to my mind is there's so much security in Parliament. What was the security doing? For Kharge ji to fall down and hurt his knee, for the two BJP MPs to be in the ICU? I mean, where was the security and what were they doing? And number two, I would suggest at the least, they must have a designated space for protest. They, like the Gandhi statue used to be outside the old Parliament building, there must be a proper space where MPs protest.
All right, okay, 10 seconds each. Sanju Verma, go ahead. 10 seconds to Shama Mohammed.
In 10 seconds, I will just say this, that from the 1975 emergency to Article 356 being imposed 107 times, to Article 356 being used 49 times by Indira Gandhi alone, to amending the constitution brazenly, unilaterally more than 75 times, to dismissing duly elected governments repeatedly with brazen impunity. It is the Congress party which should hang its head in shame.
Ma'am, 15 seconds you've spoken. Allow me to give Shama Mohammed. Please conclude. Keep it in 10 seconds.
They came out and said they're a party with a difference. For us, what we are seeing is they break up parties, multiple parties who have stood with them, Shiv Sena, the NCP. They have been breaking parties, multiple of them. Also, they are ally in Punjab. They have finished them off. So they believe
Okay, ma'am, I need to. It's a hard cut. Equal time. I'm running out of time. And of everyone, I think Neerja Chowdhury has spoken the least. Both of you have spoken exactly the same amount of time. And I'm sorry, there was no point asking any questions today. We're going to leave it at that. I appreciate all three of you for joining us. Thank you. This is going to be a debate that is going to continue in days to come. And sadly so, today is a day and we must accept it. Hang our heads in shame on what happened in Parliament by our parliamentarians. A quick break. Taking the conversation further on the other side, Rahul Kanwal.